How many cabinets can you watch me make pullouts for? That is the question. Today, we're attacking the wares of Tupperware, my arch nemesis. So I need to attack the Tupperware cabinet or drawer, but I've decided to make it a cabinet. And when I was doing a little bit of the Googling and I was like, Tupperware pullout, I found this one from Rev-A-Shelf. Well, I have bought from Rev-A-Shelf before. They did a spice rack that I have in my kitchen. Love it very much. Great product, great company. However, Tupperware shelf, $366. So I decided to buy some plywood from Home Depot for $70 and make 3 cabinet pullouts. Sorry, Rev-A-Shelf. But before we get started, my name is Bacon Bears. I am perpetually at home, trying to be a mom, trying to stay organized, trying to live muy difícil. If you like what you see here today, bang your face against the keyboard, like, subscribe, watch more of my content. Let's roll, baby! This is my Tupperware collection. Does any of it have matching lids? Nobody knows. That is what we're here to find out. I made a deal with myself that if it doesn't have a match, it does not stay in this house. So I sorted my little heart away, even marking matches with a permanent marker that actually does come off in the dishwasher, just so you know. And I decided which Tupperware gets to stay and which Tupperware gets an eviction notice. And this is what $70 of half-inch birch plywood looks like. Say that, half-inch birch plywood, half-inch birch plywood. Not as tough as I thought. Let's ruin it. My measurement for the carcass is a height of 19.5 inches, a depth of 22 inches, and a width of under 17.5. Those are all of the measurements that I'm allowed to play in. Will those be the ending measurements? I'm gonna say no. But place your bets in the comments. What's the over-under? And this is another project that I used the original shelving as the bottom of my drawer. And that shelving is 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay, this is gonna be complicated to explain, but not complicated to do. Stay with me. I needed to draw the shape of my sides. I found the middle of the board and then I made a square to cut out. And from there, I took this very expensive tool called a neighbor's plate that was left at a party at my house and was never claimed. And I used it to draw where the curve should be. I also needed to make sure that it matched up with the front face as well. For some reason, I didn't record making these shapes because I'm a professional. So I cut everything out with a circular saw, and then I rounded it out using my Blade Runner, which is basically an upside down jigsaw. I am then going to line them up and clamp them and then sand the edges to make sure that they are similar. We don't do symmetrical in this house, girl. Who would I be if I made matching sides? Aw yeah, slow-mo, baby. Then I glued up my sides and clamped them and then hit that baby with 3,000 brad nails. I also used my speed square this time. I am upgrading Ascension to make sure that all my angles were good because we're starting to learn how to square things up in this house. 90, 90, 90, 90. And they were 90 degrees because I am a master of my craft. Here you see nothing. Nothing at all. Then I laid some glue on the front and I slapped on that face. I cut down a shelf for the lids and then I attached the face to that as well so that when you pull out the drawer or push it back, the lids don't fall out. Ooh, amazing. Then I decided to pretty it up with some edge banding, but I don't know what my iron had on it. It's been in the garage, so whatever the hell this is, I don't know. So I used a little vinyl iron on vinyl trick that I use when I do iron on vinyl. And I took some parchment paper and I put it over the edge banding. That way it'll protect the edge banding from whatever's on my iron. However, you can see through the parchment paper, so you can line everything up to make sure that everything's good and it doesn't like put a barrier between the heat, so it still works just fine. Then I added glue and I slid it in. How do you know where to nail on the outside, you may ask? Well, one could measure, but not me. I took the same wood that I used on the bottom and then I took the spacer that I used for the drawer and then I put my nail gun above that. Bam, bam, bam. Then I added the drawer slides on my project, which are supposed to go on the sides, but I put them on the bottom because I do what I want. And then I needed like 1/8 of an inch of a spacer on the bottom of the cabinet because there's like a little lip when you open it. So I actually used some extra underlayment that I had and I put that down on the bottom and then screwed it in and then screwed in my drawer slides and then attached the drawer sides to the cabinet and voila! And here's some slow-mo to knock your socks off, baby. Also, if you guys like this video, make sure that you subscribe. My name's Bacon Bears. I'll see you next week. Bye!